Hey everyone, my name is Chris. Today we'll take a look at two of the games that I've played on light recently, and I was able to drop some pretty high combat score. After watching this video, you will drastically improve your performance on a light class. We'll take a look at the things that I did well as the mistakes I made throughout those games. I'm gonna play first round on LH1, and then the second is gonna be MP5. We will also talk about the difference in playstyle and pros and cons as well. So we'll start off at an off angle. It is incredibly important as a light player in the current HML meta to always hold your own ground on high ground or any other position of power away from your team. Because if you would take a look at the nature of fights in the finals, you want your enemies to not know about you, be out of position, out of ammo. For example, like on this example, right? Both of them are not paying attention to me, and I was able to just come behind, stun the medium, and quickly hipfire both of them to death. So as you can see, it is absolutely my responsibility to play around the objective, meaning that I have to teleport the vault into the cache, as well as it is my job to steal and defend the cache out. Because in the current meta, heavy players tend to play with barricades and bubbles, which means that they are not playing C4s, and one below strategy, which was super useful, is not going to work. As a light player, you can take some time to find an off angle and scout for enemies that are about to approach your cache out, and then if your heavy and medium are smart enough, they will just pad on them, RPG, bubble, and you will have an easy time. Of course, I'm playing with absolutely extraordinary players, one of the best players on their respected roles in Europe, and they exactly know what to do, and we are playing against pretty low-skilled opponents, because ranked matchmaking is terrible. You have both sides of the spectrum where on one side you have gold players that just unlocked ranked and are clueless, and on the other side you have hackers that are very, very difficult to beat, and it takes and drains away all of your mental energy for you to, do something about them. You knock them out round one, just to realize that there is another pack of hackers round two. So as you can see here, you can do some little spawn manipulation depending on the point. I knew that the only way they can spawn somewhere is gonna be bottom left, so I chose the most beneficial position for me to cook them up on LH1. As you can see, this weapon allows me to hold my ground, which is super duper impossible to do when you are playing something like pistol or any other stuff. Very, very good when you are trying to pick off enemies that are running around for no reason. And I feel like overall, if you have good FPS, good ping, and good mechanics, LH1 is definitely the best weapon on the market right now for the light class. You have to understand that it has some downsides, which is inconsistency, and you have to be a very gifted player to unleash the full potential of this DMR. Right here, we are just doing nothing. I should honestly already pre-place the teleport into 3 and start looking into pacing the cache out as fast as possible. I've talked about it in my previous videos where it is incredibly important for you to be the first to cache out the cache, because it gives you the opportunity to choose the cache you want to place the money in, as well as you will be able to grieve other team and knock them out if it's the last cache out, right? So you place it in, and then you have time to decide whether you want like purple, red, or pink, or whatever other color is available. Right here, making mistakes, but we're playing against not really good players. So as you can see here, we lost control of vaults, and we lost 2000 when it comes to placing the cache out in. I'm trying to approach from an off angle. I can be the first one because it doesn't really matter, partly because you have Invis, partly because you have to play alone anyways. As you can see here, I'm not standing with my team because I'm getting too exposed. I'm trying to find a target somewhere, right? And if I was able to find the light that's hiding with a sword in the corner, and then the medium was there. Unfortunately, I missed a few shots. Here, I should have just ran away, slow reset it, or look for my medium heals, but we were able to finish off the targets regardless. My heavy is stealing the point, and we are slow resetting. As you can see, both teams are fighting at D, and it's very important for your teammates to look at tab before you approaching point, because if you see that another team is not losing any combat score, is not gaining any combat score, I'm sorry, it means that they are on you. Probably they are trying to like spawn camp and third party while you are being clueless about it, right? So you approach, you waste ammo, you waste resources just to realize that you are absolutely dead from a jump at RPG. Okay, right here I am again playing at an off angle, a very important. A lot of players are making the same mistake. They think that if they would play close to their team, they're gonna be a lot more useful for the teammates, when in reality, they are absolutely not. Um, I have my teleporter pre-placed and my teammates lost their fights, but I said that I will be able to cook up the cash out. I'm placing the glitch right here. I glitched my enemies and I have the teleport. I'm using it, stunning the person, running away. Very important. My job here is not to kill, but rather to delay the cash out. And here I was able to cook up the heavy. Luckily, the light wasn't stealing. Maybe I would fail if they played it properly and like body block and stuff, but it turned out to be a great clutch. If we would have won that, it would have put us in a very weird situation where we are kind of winning, but kind of not. But right now, everything is very stable, everything is very okay. As you can see, I am semi trying to play around the objective, but the goal of this game is to qualify, which means that you have to make money, which means that you have to be the first in the cash out, you have to be really good at defending the cash out. And if you try to play the finals like you would play Call of Duty mobile, why would I say that? Call of Duty or Deathmatch Free for All, you will end up in a situation where you would lose a lot more. But I would say that part of you being a good player is like you have to learn how to unleash your monster, in the sense that you want to sell your teammates, you want to play for yourself, you want to be an egoist, and then the second step is to try to become friends with your monster. You saw that in Naruto, if you are into anime, and in many other movies, cartoons, or anime, right? So, and like the final step would be to completely get rid of your ego and stop caring about your KD, stop caring about your win rate, this and that, and just play for your teammates. Become very useful for your teammates on light. I usually do that in scrims. In ranked, you kind of don't really need that, and it's not appreciated, right? It's not cool to not have a lot of damage, but in scrims, I can be 0-5-5, but I defended one cash out, and I'm already 10 times useful than a person that just ego picks and destroys everyone, right? We are moving on to the cash out A. And as you can see here, we are in a very advantageous position. We were able to spawn camp Vault 6, meaning that we no longer can lose if one of my teammates stays alive, right? This is called anchoring, and we are exactly doing that, right? My teammates are securing 6, because if they place 6 in, we might lose. But if they don't play 6 in, we are always safe. And here I'm looking at the top, I'm like, who do we want to grieve? This is the perfect time to choose your next opponent. And not a lot of players are thinking about this, right? So in order to efficiently grieve someone, you want to only shoot them, meaning that you have to find the team you want to grieve, and then you want to approach and kill them. Almost a beautiful Kindle and LH1. Such a great weapon. I absolutely love it. I fell in love with this weapon, and I'm gonna continue playing it. So freaking nice. Love it. The biggest problem with LH1 is that I just leave everyone at 1 HP, which is such a skill issue, but happens. Here I'm like, well, whatever. We're just gonna grief everyone. We're gonna get a little bit more damage. And a little bit more fun. And this is the end of game 1. Let's take a look at my MP5 game. By far the biggest difference in playstyle and mindset between LH1 and MP5 is the fact that you have to be very, very careful when it comes to your dual choices, because every single time you would want to close up the distance and fight the character, you will be met with hipfire, scar, RPG, bubble, mine, goo, barricade, and all of that beautiful stuff that makes you want to delete the game. So LH1 is going to definitely be a lot more safer option, and you would be able to save your teammates a lot more. We are playing against a pretty decent EU stack right here, and I was able to one clip two of them with the help of my teammates. This is the power of heavy, medium, light when both of you are playing, or not both of you, all of you are playing ranged weapons and ready to beam everyone that's out of position, over picking, or doing something. It's very important when you are playing heavy, medium, light versus heavy, medium, light to always try to fight second, meaning that you want your heavy player and medium player take all the attention onto them, and when the enemy light is gonna make a mistake and start shooting, you will quickly erase him from existence within a few 100 milliseconds. It's incredibly nice to do that. As you can see here, I'm not standing AFK, I'm not yapping, I'm constantly looking at the cash out I am about to approach. Here I was able to spot APS and was able to see where my opponents are playing. They're playing from above, and the best thing we can do is to off angle and try to approach from the side, because going for the traditional way, which is gonna be from below, take a zip line directly below them, is gonna make us very vulnerable to their attack. So we are taking glass, and I am poking. It's very safe. I'm not trying to die here, and as you can see, my heavy player died. I'm looking to yoink him, right? I'm like, should I yoink him? Nope, I should not. I'm just running away, right? It is your responsibility to save your teammates from positional mistake, because your grab range is so long. You will be able to pick up trophies from very far, right? You will be able to see it here. Here I'm hip firing because if I would start ADSing, I would probably lose the fight because the guy would have a clear shot on me, right? Here we are just slow resetting a little bit. I'm going for the glitch, trying to kill the person. They actually got the cash out. We made a call to grief red right from the start. Don't ask me what happened there. I have no idea. So here we were able to hook up heavy, and I am slow resing my teammate at the first safe corner where you can do that. It is your responsibility on light. Here I am scouting around, not running in like an idiot. It is not my responsibility to lose. I have to be the least idiot player in the team, right? So I'm trying to play safe, and we have a few macro options right now on the map. We can, I don't know what the hell are these guys doing. We can wait for 4, right, as a vault and then go for it. Or we can, beautiful, that was beautiful. Or we can wait for 3, or we can probably go, yeah, I was about to say we can probably go hospital and spawn camp it, because the chances that the cash out might be spawned on it. So as a result, we are choosing 4 as our vault option, because not only it's saved and not tapped, we're gonna get 1000 for tapping it, but also we're gonna get 2000 for, never mind, we are just not. we are just not. I was able to bring this guy at half HP, and it looks like they're being crossfired from above, from below, and I'm like, yo, let's actually not waste some time and tap 4. You have to understand that I need to show the scream footage for you to like understand proper macro mechanics, because here I am playing with very egoistical players, and they are just bored of playing like properly, which is like sitting on a hospital 2 minutes and then securing the cash out and going in. I'm like, yo, guys, let's just tap 4 and go see, to make it more fun. It's gonna be a lot more hectic, and you will end up fighting more, which will bring you a lot more experience. And yeah, that was beautiful. Stun into a perfect shots, into another like really good. It's spray. I absolutely love the fact that MP5 is so much more consistent. Like LH1 has a higher skill ceiling, meaning that you will be able to hook up enemies a lot faster, but MP5 very reliable, it's gonna forgive you for mistakes you're making. Here was a very interesting moment. I yoinked my teammates from so far away, and the difference between the medium defibbing him in the middle of everywhere or me yoinking him is just like life and death. Here we are looking at the ways to approach this cash out. I'm breaking the hole above, and we are patiently waiting for the opportunity. I'm glitching the red team, and we are going, and I'm like, good glitch, good glitch. Unfortunately, my medium blocked it, and we were able to lean them up here. No, no, I got the RPG to the face. Like, this is exactly what I'm saying by MP5 being like a very risky weapon, in the sense that you have to play close, right? But I feel like I just made a positional mistake where I would have to, you know, just play on the roof and let my teammates handle do the job, because all of them are glitched. Pretty nice. Here it's important to make a call that we don't steal. This is beyond stupidity to steal here. We can try to clean them up after the cache, or do something like right here. For some reason they decided to wipe, but so many teams. You just need to take position of power at the top and clear everyone up. That's definitely not the proper play to wait this, for sure. What a nice attempt by my heavy player to barricade himself, and he would have been pretty fine because medium cannot like vault over it. It's kind of difficult, right? So here we are looking at teams that we want to grief, right? I'm looking at the compositions that they are playing, the mechanical individual skill. I'm looking at it by like the combat score. And we have a few macro options on the map right now. We either go 5 and play for 5, which is the proper way to play the game, or we fight for 4 like everyone else, and this is pretty dumb, if you ask me. Here I am just playing behind my teammates. This is a rare occasion of me doing that, right? So here I'm like, oh, we're gonna slow reset. Very important to understand that even on medium, the difference between defibrillating and slow resetting is negligible. You can do both, but when you are defibbing, you are out of cooldown for 45 seconds, as well as you are cooking your teammate. He's half HP and he needs 7 seconds to like redo it, or you have to pay attention, right? Right here I'm finally playing like a proper light. I am using my teleporter, which I have to do, but I'm not doing that because the lobbies are very, very boring and we are just running around playing deathmatch free for all. I'm making a hole above so you can have a different point of view on the point, right? I need to make a hole above, as well as I need to destroy the refrigerator. Here I'm making it safe and asking my medium for heals, right? Because sometimes the red barrel can be unexpectedly unexpected, right? So by breaking this big refrigerator, we were able to see the cash out, and it turned out to be very, very safe, right? In comparison with them. Oh, by the way, we are placing it last second. I forgot to speak about it, right? So our teammates would have, or our opponents would have less time to react, less time to rotate, less time to set up. And as you can see here, we're just gonna have such a free cash out here, right? We will have 50 seconds of pretty much uninterrupted gameplay. I'm placing the teleporter above, and we have the option to play it completely safe. Like, wow, it is gonna be super nice. We can just sit in the corner, and as soon as they start taking the cash, we can use the teleport. I'm already placing it in my hand, right clicking, right, holding the right click, and as the millisecond they start stealing is the second, or is the time where I am unleashing my teleport. We'll jump on them, I stun, and then my heavy rockets bubbles, and it just becomes very, very ugly for our opponents. But as you can see here, 9 seconds left, and they just don't have time. Hopefully this video was somewhat useful for you. Let me know in the comment section what do you think. See you in the next one. Take care.